So we're at Display Week 2018 in Los Angeles, and while there's a ton of really cool tech here, it's pretty obvious that LG Display is leading the pack when it comes to these panels. LG is showing off 4 new panels that could be making their way into your life very soon, so we wanted to highlight them here. The first display LG was showing off was a bendable transparent OLED. This thing is 40% transparent, and LG threw some flowers behind the screen so you could really see how the pixels only really fill the areas they're meant to. This thing can bend quite a bit as well, and LG put a little robot arm in the corner that would bend the display back and forth. I can see this display being used like a wallpaper, so you'd hang it on your wall and it would pretty much be invisible until you wanted to use it. The second panel that LG had on display was called a Crystal Sound OLED, and this one had speakers within the panel itself. The display emitted sound directly from the center, which vibrated the screen just a little bit. This seemed like it would be kind of detrimental to display quality, but I'm assuming they were just doing this to showcase the fact that the sound was actually coming from the display itself. LG said that this helps get sound to you more directly, and I could also see this being really useful in home theater setups. The third display they showed off was this car dashboard concept. It had a center console, a driver display, and it even had a passenger display. Now while the driver's display and center console used more traditional UI, the passenger display enabled things like messaging, movies, and other kinds of media. This could be really useful for long car rides when the passenger gets bored, and the fact that it was OLED helped to save on energy consumption. LG had their own UI running on this thing, but I could really see things like Android Auto making their way onto these OLEDs in the future. The last display they were showing was an ultra high resolution OLED lens that is made for virtual reality. This was a collaboration between LG and Google, and this lens has a PPI of 1443. That's really dense, and it's actually twice as dense as HTC's Vive Pro VR headset, which has a display density of 615 PPI. Now we're probably not going to see this technology hit the market for a couple of years, but just seeing it displayed here was really exciting because it kind of breaks down that barrier between the virtual world and the real world. It's pretty clear that LG is way ahead of the pack when it comes to OLED display technology. Now there were a ton of other types of displays at the shows, but this is probably one of the most exciting and one that you'll actually probably start seeing in your daily life very soon. What's your opinion on these panels? Let us know in the comment section below, and stay tuned to Dgit for all the future tech you could ever want.